That's about as good as it's going to get.
Say when.
I feel like Tony Stark.
Alright guys, here we are today. You got Red, you got Mrs. Bro drinking her whatever this coffee shit is. We ain't figured out yet. Today we're going to be watching a little bit of Derrick Stroup. Not sure who he is, never heard of him, but he's got this bit about 90's kids and being lawless. We are both out of the 90's.
Yep, being 90's kids.
Well, let's just see how this goes today.
My name's Derrick Stroup. Nice to meet y'all. I'm originally from
Stroup.
Alabama.
I'm sorry,
I moved to
Stroup.
Denver about 9 years ago to experience real time travel. Talk about that a little bit. Let me tell you, I like to just introduce myself up top, get to know each other a little bit, let you know how I got into comedy, okay? I got in the way that you're supposed to, all right? The hard way. 12 years ago, I got 2 DUIs, all right? Now, y'all listen to me. If you want funny comedians, you got to have some that's seen a checkpoint. And listen, I've turned it all around since then. I don't drink anymore. My life's changed. All the things that y'all want to hear have happened, okay? And I usually don't talk about it because I'm ashamed of it. But now that there's a little space between me and these DUIs, I'd like to circle back and say some shit. I'd like to defend myself because I got my DUIs back when we were still earning, okay? No, there was no Uber or Lyft. All right? If you're under the age of 28, you don't know what it's like to be stranded. You've never been at a house party and watched your DD black out. You've never seen that. You don't know how scary that is. Tyler promised us he was going to be sober. Tyler lied.
Tyler always lies.
A stranger's house, you don't know how you're going to get home. You've never earned it. Sleeping in a cold sunroom, using a rug as a blanket.
You're lucky if you got that.
Been there.
Yes, seriously.
Laying in the floor, you're like, will sunlight ever come? I don't know. All y'all, if you're under the age of 28, you don't know what you get to go home when you want. Kings and queens of the Irish goodbye, you've never been stuck in a kitchen going through a stranger's pantry before. Because you couldn't leave because you're stuck. We didn't drive drunk because we wanted to. Look at me.
It was survival.
We drove drunk because we wanted to see our families again.
See what I mean?
I wanted to see my mom, you know? I had too much vodka. That doesn't mean I don't get to see her. Some of y'all don't know what that's like. You've never earned it, you know? And I'm not saying, listen, and things are better now. You've got Uber and Lyft. It's a better, you get intoxicated, you get a ride home. I mean, what a life. I couldn't imagine. You know, I couldn't imagine. I mean, I learned a lot about bikes in hindsight, but I couldn't imagine. Yeah, I'll give you a tune-up in a heartbeat, you know? But I mean, I brought this up to my dad. I brought it up to Bill. And if you listen, I was raised by Bill. If you know one Bill, you know every damn one of them.
You're right,
Y'all
though.
know Bills. They love Lowe's. They can't believe not everybody tucks in their shirt.
Yes.
And I asked him, because he used to tie one on back in the day. Back in the 70s, Bill used to have a good time. I said, Bill, could you imagine being at a party and then you drinking and knowing for sure some guy named Marcus was going to pull up in a Nissan Sentra with 2 bottles of water playing your favorite radio station? I was like, Bill, how drunk would y'all have gotten, man? And he was like, son, we would have shit our pants. He's like, I could not imagine. Because a lot of y'all, you don't know what it's like. There was some teamwork involved. You've never been in a driveway with 4 of your best friends trying to get some eye contact. How are we getting home? If we don't get a Mexican pizza, we'll all die tonight. And then you ask your buddy Ryan, can you drive? You look pretty good. Ryan surprises you. He's like, I cannot drive up tonight. And you're like, damn, we lost Ryan.
That's 1 down out of 4.
1 down.
I mean, and we do dumb stuff. We thought if we could just drink a Gatorade and eat this pack of Gushers, I think I could get us to where we need to go. I just need a snack.
Man, they got lucky.
You see how wild this is? And you'd see me, and y'all judged me. I was fighting for my damn life out there.
This is war.
It hurts my feelings, you know? Here's something even crazier. I haven't drove since those DUIs. Isn't that insane? Somebody spit their drink out. Yeah, it messed me up. I got 2 DUIs in 6 months. That'll make you quit driving whether you want to or not, you know? I mean, the state of Alabama was pretty pissed, you know? were. But I mean, I never started driving again, and I just adjusted, made a life out of it, never thought about it. Till one of my buddies brought it up. He was like, Derrick, I got to tell you, man, I think about it all the time. You're the only person I've ever met that got a DUI and gave up the vehicle. It's like everybody I've ever met gave up the booze, man. And in hindsight, he's so right. I can remember looking back. I remember thinking, it's not the Jim Beam's fault. This damn Camry's bad luck. I can't drive anywhere without him. It's like, man, all my buddies they're in Subarus making it home. Golly. I don't know. Listen, I just talk about things that are on my heart, I'm a 90's kid, born in the 80s. Some people don't understand that. They think if they were born in 93, they're a 90's kid. You're a dumbass. You gotta be born in the 80s to be a 90's kid. You don't remember Nickelodeon like we do. And let me tell you, and I was thinking about this the other day. There's something that we had in the 90s that they took from us that they should bring back. And it's titty twisters. No, y'all listen to me. No, I'm serious. If you're a 90's kid, it was rampant back then. I mean, we had to keep our head on a swivel. You'd be at Mama's house just cruising through the living room, and your cousin would reach out and light your ass up. And then they'd get you with another one. They'd have both nipples, and they'd go, hey, Derrick, jumper cables,
That's exactly.
And I'd be like, hey, Ricky, I can't feel my balls, buddy, And they'd be doing it so hard, you'd learn a little bit about yourself. You're like, I don't hate it, but you're rough. God, you are rough, Ricky, you're rough. But it's just a game that we should bring back. This younger generation could use some titty twisters. They took titty twisters during the Me Too movement. Y'all didn't even notice. Yes. They took you here, they took you there, they took these from us. This younger generation is an aloof group of kids. They haven't looked up from their phones in 4 or 5 months. We start reaching out and giving them a few of these, and I bet you they start looking around. I bet you they start peeking around some corners, And next time your nephew's being a rascal, reach out and give him one. Now these kids, listen to me, y'all. This is good stuff. These kids are gonna be surprised. They've never heard of this game before. They've never heard of titty twisters, and it's a pretty soft generation. You're gonna get some safe space, okay? Do not let go of their nipple. I'm serious. I've had them try to run. Some of them will try to roll. Let them roll. Listen, we've got enough baristas. We need some more iron workers, y'all. We gotta tell you, if they try to stand up, you're gonna join the union, okay? You're gonna learn how to make your own lunch. We gotta toughen these kids up. Just another example. I mean, the games in the 90s were insane. We didn't have the internet. 90s kids were the last generation before the internet. And all the games before us were terrible. I mean, I asked my mom, what'd y'all play growing up? She said, kick the can.
Like a domino?
I was like, that's a sad story, Stacy. I mean, that's a game I wouldn't even be able to play in Colorado. You'd have 6 hipsters show up. Pick up the can! This is how we lost the damn dinosaurs. You wouldn't be able to play that. Some of y'all over the age of 45 had some of the dumbest games ever. You thought tetherball was the lights out game. That's a ball, a pole, and a rope. You're an idiot just standing there in the yard smacking a ball around. You can't believe it keeps coming back to you. This shit's electric. It's because we didn't have internet yet. I mean, I can remember growing up, I'd ring people's doorbells and take off and jump in the ditch. It felt like drugs, y'all. I mean, I'd ring 3 or 4 doorbells. I'd be sitting in a ditch and I'd be like, I'm a gang member now. I got the whole subdivision upside down right now.
Oh my God.
Just silly games that were fun back then. Duck, Duck, Goose hit hard in the 90s.
No lie.
Y'all remember that? I mean, I'm telling you, I wasn't the goose you wanted. I can promise you that. Don't come tap my head, because I'm on your ass. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was tight around that circle. I had ponytails off my knees. I was tight around that. This ain't the goose you want, buddy.
That should be on a shirt.
It's just wild, the games, man. I do think that 90s kids came up with the wildest game ever.
Oh,
I remember it well. It was like 1999. I was in the 5th or 6th grade, sitting there talking to a girl I had a crush on.
Oh, man.
I was trying to tell her I had a 4-wheeler because I knew that'd move things along. And about that time, my best friend came up and just yanked my pants to the ground.
Dancing,
Y'all
man.
remember this? This game was Lawless. It didn't make any sense. A bunch of middle schoolers going around and just yanking each other's pants down.
We all
And it went on. It was a little curiosity.
Yeah,
I think in
seriously.
hindsight, some of us hate to admit
I think
that.
everybody's been pants.
It didn't make any
in our
sense. You'd just be
generation.
hanging out with your buddy and he'd be like, let's take a look at that. Isn't that wild? And they tried to like deflect it, you know? I can remember well, you'd be standing there, they'd pull your pants down and go, you're gay, and take off. I'm like, how am I gay? You just pulled my pants. No, that happened so fast. You don't get to do that and run away. We just went fishing together.
You got to know each other
About to
pretty
pass
well.
out. I'm serious.
That's when the whole
I gained 20
generation started
pounds
wearing
during the
really tight
quarantine 'cause
belts.
I got into crock
It
pots
wasn't
real
even tight
heavy.
belts at that point. We started wearing tighter
We've all messed
boxers.
around with the crock pot or two, but I bought a power strip. I
Girls started
doing
wearing
4 or 5
something
at
that
a
looked
time.
really good underneath
I
the
couldn't
end.
believe that they invented something I could forget about and absolutely nail. I mean, can y'all believe that? I have ADHD. Nothing in this world's ever
No
been
shit.
built for me. Everything's built against me. But not
Fair.
crock pots.
Not
They're
crock
made
pots.
for us, ADHD people. I mean, people come over, they're like, Derrick, these are the best beans I've ever had. What'd you do to them? I'm like, I'll be honest, I forgot about it. Yeah, 17 hours on low. How about that? Hey, thank y'all so much for having me.
Oh my god, this dude is amazing. Wow.
Okay, for not ever knowing the guy, just going over base this one, I'm cracking up. If I
That
could
was-
roll on the floor right now, I would.
I feel nostalgic.
Feel like you're going back in time a
Yeah.
little bit. Mhm.
Like I literally just went back to the multi-purpose room being pantsed.
The good old days.
The good old days.
You got to figure out if everybody was a tighty-whitey man or if they got the real boxers.
The drawstrings were our best friend. The driving.
The driving thing. So he was talking about how everybody at parties or going out had a DD. And there was always the Tyler that was supposed to be
Everyone.
driving.
Tyler always
Now
failed
everybody's got
us.
an Uber and you can just get an Uber and come home all safe and sound. At that point you were getting in a vehicle with 4 people like, who's the most sober at this point in time? Do we need a Mexican pizza?
We're getting a Mexican pizza. Or you get a friend to take you to Waffle House.
Freaking 2 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock in the morning.
All you get to drink is coffee while they're eating up a whole freaking...
While the rest of the cars going just grubbing.
Yeah.
Oh, you were the DD.
Oh, you just now figuring this out, Miss Bro.
You failed us often.
Well, we thought it was pretty good, y'all. Just remember to like, share.
Subscribe.
Thank
Do the thing.
Come on.
The Brodown is over! Let's bro out!
These are now my Tony Stark glasses.
You fight him over those.
These are Tony Stark.
That's my early graces.
Okay.
And just say, okay, guys, till the next time, and you do the come at me, bro.
Okay.
And you just gotta.
I'm gonna get the beard up in there. That's about the best I can get with my short ass.
let me do the thing.
You are the thing. How does that make
That's
you?
her part. Don't rob her of her part.
I just did. It was nice and fun.